Hello my angling friends, your old pal is back with another crucial forecast, and today we are diving deep into what awaits us on the water on Thursday, the 30th of October 2025. This day, my friends, is setting up to be a classic autumn mixed bag, a true test of our angling wits, but with some fantastic opportunities for those who know where to look and what to cast. Get ready, because the fish are out there, and I am going to tell you exactly how to find them. This particular Thursday is shaping up to be quite unique, with cooling waters, unsettled weather, and a promising moon phase, so let's unlock its secrets together. First up, let's talk about those toothy critters, the pike. Autumn is their time to shine, and on the 30th of October they should be particularly active, packing on the pounds before winter truly bites. You'll want to target them in canals, farm ponds and reservoirs, focusing your efforts around drop-offs, weed beds that are starting to die back, and any submerged structures like fallen trees or reed edges. These are their prime ambush points. For tackle, a medium-heavy spinning rod with strong braided line is your best friend. My go-to lures are bigger soft plastic shads or jerkbaits in natural bait fish patterns. Think about a 6 to 8 inch lure, retrieve them slowly or use a twitch and pause action near cover. A little trick from my experience: try dead baiting with mackerel or smelt on a ledger rig near the bottom for those really big, lazy specimens. Slower retrieves can often trigger aggressive strikes from these hungry predators. Next, let's turn our attention to the fantastic perch. Autumn is arguably the best time for perch fishing, and the 30th of October looks promising. They'll be feeding actively, often grouped in shoals. You'll have great success targeting them in the deeper sections of canals, around bridges, locks, and any underwater structure that provides cover or ambush points. Look for depths of 2 to 4 meters, especially where there's a good current or oxygen flow. For tackle, a simple float-fished worm or a small spinner can be deadly. Small, soft plastic lures around 2 to 3 inches, worked slowly along the bottom or near features, are also highly effective. Don't be shy to try a jigging approach if you locate a shoal on your fish finder. For those of you who enjoy coarse fishing, carp are still very much on the feed, but with the cooling water they will likely be moving deeper. Look for them at depths of 3 to 6 meters in lakes and ponds. If we get any milder, sunnier spells, they might still venture into 2 to 5 meters, particularly near dense underwater vegetation or even close to the shore. Your feeder rod is your best friend here, friends. Use a good ground bait mix with plenty of dead maggots, chopped worm, or casters. For hook baits, try worms, crayfish, shrimp, or boilies, especially if they have been soaked in milk for extra attraction. Fermented corn and boiled potatoes can also be surprisingly effective. And finally, for our sea anglers, let's talk about sea bass. October is a standout month for bass fishing, particularly in estuaries and along the open coastline, where they are relentlessly chasing bait fish. They become more aggressive as the water temperature drops, sensing the seasonal change. In estuaries, focus on fishing around low tides, especially near deep channels, as this concentrates the fish and gives you more fishable water. On the open coastline, look for areas with moving water and strong currents. I recommend using weedless, soft plastics in estuaries and fast-moving lures on the open coast. Target rocky outcrops and the edges of estuaries with soft plastics, metals, or live bait-like worms. Night fishing can also be incredibly productive for bigger specimens. Now let's break down the conditions for Thursday, the 30th of October 2025. The weather across much of Great Britain on this day is looking unsettled. Air temperatures will be cool, ranging from around 4 to 6 degrees Celsius in the north to 9 to 13 degrees Celsius in the south. We can expect rain across many areas, especially in the north and west, with light rain likely in places like Lancashire and Dumfries and Galloway. London will see a clearer start, but a 40% chance of rain from 4 p.m. turning to light rain by 8 p.m. Wind might be moderate to strong and blustery at times, predominantly from a westerly or southwesterly direction. The atmospheric pressure is likely to be stable, but under a dominating low-pressure system, which generally means changeable conditions. This cool, damp, and potentially breezy weather without extreme pressure changes means fish will be active, though perhaps not as frantic as in earlier autumn. The consistent weather pattern for a few days before is a good sign, as fish prefer stable conditions. Water temperatures in UK rivers and lakes will continue their cooling trend, likely in the range of 10 to 15 degrees Celsius. Sea temperatures average around 16 degrees Celsius. This cooling water signals to many fish species that it's time to feed heavily before winter truly sets in. As fish are cold-blooded, their metabolism slows down in colder water, but in late October they are still actively feeding to prepare for winter. This cooling trend means fish will often seek out slightly deeper, more stable temperature zones. Deeper holes, canal beds, and areas with cover will offer some thermal stability and attract fish looking for a consistent feeding ground. As for the mighty moon phase, on October 30th, 2025, we'll be under a waxing gibbous moon. The moon will be approximately 8.5 days old, with about 60% of its surface illuminated and growing larger. The moon will rise in the mid-afternoon and will be high in the eastern sky at sunset, visible through most of the night before setting just before sunrise. Popular fishing lore often associates a waxing moon with increasing fish activity, particularly around moonrise and moonset. While it's still early in the waxing cycle, this increasing light can still be a subtle trigger. Considering all these factors, my friends, the overall fish activity for Great Britain on this day, the 30th of October 2025, can be assessed as good to moderate, with a somewhat capricious bite. Predatory species like pike and bass should be very active, making this a prime time to target them. Carp will still be biting, though potentially moving deeper, and perch will also be feeding steadily. It's a fantastic window where many species are still feeding aggressively before the full grip of winter sets in. The cooling temperatures, despite the rain, combined with increasing lunar illumination, create favorable if somewhat challenging conditions for a hungry fish population. So there you have it, my fellow anglers. Get out there, be prepared for cooler, damp, and potentially breezy conditions, and remember to adapt your tactics. I wish you all tight lines and a truly memorable day on the water. May your reels scream and your nets be full. Now tell me in the comments below, what are your plans for fishing this week? What's your go-to bait for late autumn pike, or have you found any secret spots for perch? Share your observations and let's help each other catch more fish. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe for more fishing forecasts and tips. Tight lines, everyone.